In this video, I'm going to show you how to compute the standard deviation and the mean of either a population or a sample. And I'm going to use a data set from the My Math Lab homework. So this is number 8 on the homework for 3.2. And it has a little thing here that says click to copy table. So I'm going to click to copy the table, copy it to the clipboard, and then I'm going to go into Excel and I'm going to paste it. So what we have is this data. Now, really all I'm interested in are the pulses, but we'll still leave the other stuff. Okay, so in Excel, it's very easy to do an average. You just type equals, because you do that for any calculation, and then average, parenthesis, and then you highlight all of the cells that you want to average and press enter. So that gives us an average of 70.444. That's our mean. So I'm going to go ahead and label this the mean. And it's the population mean because we're treating this as a population. So that's our population mean. Now, we're going to do the standard deviation. Well, to do the standard deviation, we have to do x minus mu, which I'm going to go ahead and try to use the symbols. That way we don't get confused as to what I'm doing. If I can find mu, there's mu. So x minus mu there. I'll close that. And then this next one is going to be x minus mu squared. Let's see if I can copy that. So we're going to square that. And then after that, we're going to end up summing all of those things, and we'll deal with that in just a second. So in order to do x minus mu, we type equals again. And since x comes from that cell right there, we click in the cell, then we press minus, and then we want to click where our mu is. Now, the thing we want to do with this, because if we drag this down, it's going to increment this to be B13, B14, etc. So in order to lock it, to keep it from changing, we want B12 to just stay B12 for all columns and rows. Now when we drag this down, each one of these is minus B12, which is my population mean. So my x minus mu changes as you see. Now for the next column, we want to square what's in column C. So here we're going to type equals, grab column C, shift, and use our caret key, and we're going to square it. Now, we want to drag that down all the way to the bottom. So each of these is the square of its respective column C cell. Now, if we want to add all of these together, as you guessed, sum is the command we use. We highlight all of those, and we get equals. And then that is the sum. I'm going to see if I can do sigma. Let's see. Do we have sigma in here? I know we have Greek letters. There's sigma. So sigma, and then it's sigma of this. So we're just going to copy that and paste it down here. And those two go together, so I'm just going to go ahead and put a border around them so y'all can tell that they go together. And these two go together, so we'll put a border around them to make them go together as well. Format cells, outline. Okay, so we have our population mean and our sigma of x minus mu quantity squared. Now, that isn't all of standard deviation. Remember, the standard deviation formula is that little sigma equals the square root, this isn't going to let me do it, square root of this divided by my big N, which is my number of values. Now, since this is the formula to find my sigma, we're going to do equals, and we want to take the square root, so we do square root, parentheses, and we're going to have this divided by N, and my N in this case is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're going to divide by 9, because there are 9 data values, and then we're going to hit enter. So that is my standard deviation. So I have mean and standard deviation. Now this standard deviation was calculated the long way. There is also a lovely feature of standard deviation P, which is population standard deviation. So we choose standard deviation P and we highlight all of the data. And this should give us approximately the same answer as the long way. And what do you know, it did. So this one we use the formula, or use the built-in Excel function. And this one we use the formula and only used Excel to do the arithmetic.